So you actually want to get better at photography. Let's say you actually want to improve your photography. Let's say you want to get to the next level, such as you want to produce those banger photos you see on Instagram, Verbo, Twitter, or whatever it is. Anyways, let's just get straight into it. So the first thing you want to do is get in the habit of taking photos, because a lot of people make BS excuses such as, oh, I don't have this amount of money, or I don't have time, or I don't have this and that, whatever bullshit excuse made. So like, just get in the habit of taking photos, such as, let's say, write it down in your schedule or journal of like, I don't know, go out and take photos for 1 hour, or go out and take photos for 30 minutes. And if you don't, and just put down your schedule, like put in your schedule of tasks to do. Or even if you don't have time to take photos, just bring your camera whenever you go to the shop or when you go to work. Such as, let's say you're coming back from work, you can practice doing street photography on the way when you're walking towards a train station, or walking to the bus, or waiting for a bus, as a way to get in the habit of taking photos. And by then you'll have some photos to take, and then you can edit on the way back. Another alternative you should do is meet more photographers. Trust me, if you meet more photographers, your photography will improve, because you'll understand how to take their photos, understand their creative process on taking photos, such as you will learn how they like, what composition they go for, gear they use, or what lenses they use to get that nice framing. Because when I started meeting more photographers, my photography started improving, and I started learning from each photographer how they took the photos. For example, from my personal experience, I met up with like a street photographer, right? And he always goes for silhouette style photography. And for me, I never really went for silhouette style photos. But you're probably wondering, how do you meet more photographers? Well, you can do that by DMing people on Instagram, or hosting photo walks in your local area, or just join like a local photography club in your area, or just, if you see like a photographer taking photos, when you're taking photos, just go up to him and just ask him, let's say hi, and just and then start chatting about photography. That's how I've really met most of my photographers. And tip number 3 is try different styles of photography, because a lot of people get into the rut, or like get kind of rigid, sticking to like the same style niche of photography they do, such as they like to stick to the Instagram feed, or they want to stick to that genre of photography they do. Because trying different genres of photography can teach you different elements of photography, such as when you do street photography, you got to be quick with your hands and have a quicker reaction to notice quick compositions when doing street photography. Or even when you do astro photography, you got to understand weather and climate, because when you do astro photography, you got to have no cloud and no moon to get the core of the sky. Doing different genres of photography will teach you improve different tools you will need to improve your photography, such as when you do event photography, you will need a flash to light your subject, or when you do landscape photography, you'll need a tripod when you want to do those long exposure waterfall photos. And also, doing different genres of photography can improve your creativity and bring new ideas to your photography game, such as you can bring street photography elements to landscape photography. Like from my personal experience, what I've been doing recently is I've been having a human element or a person in my waterfall photos or in my landscape photos to bring a bit of scale to my photos and add a bit of storytelling to my photos, which a lot of street photographers do a lot of storytelling and create a lot of emotions to the photo. Tip number 4 is taking action, learning and repeat. So what I mean by this concept is taking action is going out there and actually physically taking photos. And what I mean by learning is learning from the mistakes you've taken from your photos, or learning from consuming knowledge from YouTube or online courses, and then just repeating the same process again. So you're probably wondering, how do you incorporate this content? Well, let's say that 1 week you want to practice framing, like framing your subject. So for 1 week, you go out and take photos and just learn how to frame your subject. And then once you get familiar with that, and once you understand that, then you move on to the next concept, such as lighting your subject, and then you just repeat the same process again. And final tip is ask people to criticize your photography work, because if you get people to criticize your photography work, your photography will start improving. Because a lot of people get into the concept of like, oh yeah, I don't want people to criticize my photography because they're scared of like hurting their feelings, or they don't want to face the truth. Well, how else are you going to improve if you don't get people to criticize your photography work? Because the only way to improve is you need the honest truth. You need the honest truth to get to the next level. Because when you like upload a photo onto Instagram or Twitter or Verbo, right, everyone always says like positive comments, like, oh yeah, nice composition, nice shot and all of that, and you just get all the positive comments, but you never really get the negative comments or the critical feedback on how do you improve this photo. Like, you never really get those comments. So you're probably wondering, how do you get people to critique your photography? Well, just ask your photography friends. Ask them like, oh, how can I improve this photo? Or like, just maybe just put a post on Instagram or Twitter under the description saying that, oh, how can I improve my photography from there? And then you'll get all the comments saying that, oh, you can improve on your composition, your lighting, your framing, etc, etc. You can get like a photography mentor to critique your photography work and just give you feedback on it. Anyways, I think that's the end of the video, and I hope if you learned something, then make sure you like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Anyways, have a good day, bye.